You can ignore the whole idea of the... I want to show you something here. Let me find this because it's going to be a little... here we go. I want you to have a look here. Do you see this is a Norse symbol? This thing has been around everywhere. Every culture on Earth, South America through to the North Pole and probably Mars, has used this symbol. Understand, this is Thor, the god of thunder. This symbol is linked to Thor, the god of thunder, and Thor's hammer. Understand, that's on his belt buckle. This symbol goes way back. You don't have to go anywhere near India because this is part of a Norse, Aryan/Nordic symbolism within Nazism. So understand, when they give you an idea, don't fall for the first idea. Stop, think, do some research. Don't be lazy, please. So I want to reiterate here. They were going to replace the Bible with Mein Kampf. They were going to replace Christianity with positive Christianity. They were going to replace the cross with the swastika. It's not the swastika. It's actually the Hakenkreuz. And there's another name as well, but it's the Hakenkreuz, right? So this is a different symbol. Now, this symbol's been around for a long time. Right, moving on. Positive Christianity and Jihadi Jesus. It's a good sign in India. So where's that pick from, Lloyd? Former Norse mythology. So I'm super intrigued by the Thor fresco. Yeah, well, that's a presentation for a different day on a different topic. All right. Marlene Stewart says, I agree with Lloyd. It has been completely co-opted the mind of the public. Don't even bother. So metaphysical joker. I mean, that's a fair point. Okay. So, yeah, Kush, look, do me a favor. Think before you speak. I want you to understand, if you are going to be spouting propaganda, enemy propaganda, you and I are not friends, right? Understand, I really don't have time to be dealing with everyone, everything. I've provided this information. I've spent the time, learn, please. But if I was on a security detail, and you were the guy that was distracted constantly with your girlfriend on the phone and on Tinder, when you should be looking out for the guy that's trying to kill your principal, or take you out or me out to get to the principal, we would fire you right away. You would be off the team because you're a liability. You're not an asset. That is the perspective I look at this from. You are on the enemy side. You are spouting enemy doctrine. You are sympathetic to the enemy, whether you know it or not. I cannot have that. So let's finish on this slide, okay? So this is where I finish today. Positive Christianity and Jihadi Jesus. Positive Christianity had tactical objectives different to Nicene Christianity. A selective editing of the Bible, the Old and the New Testaments, to reject impurities invented by the Jews that could corrupt the Christian faith from the Jewish written parts of the Bible, basically meant that the whole Old Testament had to go. And the Old Testament had to be edited to remove Jewish references. Any Old Testament references had to be thrown out. Jesus' Aryanhood and non-Jewishness made him a Nordic Amorite. We'll talk more about that. He promoted the political objective of national unity. Alexa, stop. To overcome confessional differences, to establish national Catholicism, and eliminate all Catholicism functioning in Germany outside of the Nazi state. So Catholicism had to become a state-managed religion, just like Protestantism had to become a state-managed religion, right? And they wanted to unite Protestantism into a single, unitary, positive Christian state, nominally controlled directly by the German Messiah, Hitler himself. Remember, the Bible replaced by Mein Kampf, Jesus replaced by Hitler the Messiah, and the swastika replaces the cross. They encouraged followers to support the creation of an Aryan homeland for all Germanic-related peoples. In the Reich Protestant churches, the New Testament was altered. They removed the genealogies of Jesus that showed his Davidic descent. Jewish names and places were removed. Quotations from the Old Testament were removed unless they showed the Jews in a negative light. References to fulfilled Old Testament prophecies were removed, and Jesus was reworked into a militaristic, heroic figure fighting the Jews using Nazified language. Joel Thomas. Thank you for the lesson, Lord, and the time you take to teach us. I'm sorry if this annoys you, but this is Is the Crowley Thelema video still in development? Yeah, I'm still working on that. The thing is, I've got so many other presentations I need to finish. Like, I want to finish this. This one's going to be about 75. I've done 22 slides now. This one's about 75. I want this to be definitive and detailed, very academic, very scholarly. So, because at some point, I want you guys to be able to, when people make the claim that Hitler was a Christian and the Nazis were Christians, I want to have a definitive resource that shows that this is absolutely false. These people are either misinformed or lying or both. And but yes, I will do the the Crowley Thelema video. That I have all the notes together. I've got a ton of things, and so one by one I'll be doing these. On Thursday, I will do part 2 of this. On Wednesday, I'm with Sam. Conociendo el Islam, thank you very much. He says, this is a little help for you, brother. I wish Spanish speakers and other people who speak other Romance languages can understand what you're saying. We need to learn this, so thank you very much for your hard work. No, thank you. I'm very grateful. If anyone wants to use this, translate this, by all means, please do. I will provide very shortly a English transcript for this. I will finish the English subtitles and upload those in a while. And Arnold Nathaniel says, I saw a good definition of Christian, someone who has the presence of Christ, the priorities of Christ, and the power of Christ. That's really nice. Thank you. All right, so I'll do one more bonus slide. Let me finish here. Jesus was a fill in your own blank. Moore K, 1967, says, Lloyd, I know it might be off topic a bit, but I'm interested in knowing how much influence the Dreyfus affair had on the Nazis. You know, I cannot remember. I have read about it. It's been a while. I cannot answer you right now. I'd have to look into that if it's relevant. It's just that I'm trying to do so many different channels of research. I've got to narrow it down somewhere. But I can look, if you drop a comment in the later, I can try and have a look into it. Final slide, guys. Here's where I end. Jesus was a fill in your own blank. All of these racial memories of a prehistoric Nordic tradition in North Africa. So he's claiming, this guy's claiming that there are all these racial memories of a prehistoric Nordic. I don't know what Norsemen, are doing in North Africa. But fine and well.